Alright, what's up guys? My name is Drew, or James, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about lean organization. I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard of that, but we're going to go into it a little bit today. Just a little background information about where I work and stuff, and where my problem kind of occurs at. I work at the Pond King on Broadway. We have 4 locations in town, but the one on Broadway is the biggest location. At each Pond King, there's usually like 5 to 7 people there at a time. So it is a small business, but there's more than a couple people. There's usually one manager who kind of oversees everything. But it is like a small work environment. Basically, just so you guys know what we do, we offer collateral loans. So basically, you bring in used electronics, jewelry, tools. We get you a percentage of the value, usually like 30 to 50%. You just bring us a small interest fee at a later date, and then you get your item back. It's just a way to get some quick cash if you're really in like a bind or something. The catch is that after 90 days, if you're not making your payments or whatever, the items go to the sales floor. One of the big parts of this is we store the items in a really big warehouse. Especially at the Maryville location, we have a ton of people come in. Tons of electronics, tons of expensive jewelry, big tools, generators, gas items, so there's a lot of stuff back there. And I'll go more into that later because that's kind of what my problem is based on. Okay, so to get into the problem, like I said, we have a giant warehouse in the back where we store all our loans. These are personal loans, so some of them are fragile items. Basically, there's no organization protocol. There's a ton of shelves, which basically do 1A through 1X, 2A through 2X, and there's 12 giant aisles, but there's no other organization. You just basically put it on the shelf located in the system. The problems with this are that sometimes some of the real small items that should be getting to really quick are put towards the back because there's no room. So this takes more time to get the items for the customers when they come to pick them up. And this is also a decreased employee production because that's more time spent in the back and not calling people and stuff up at the front like we should be doing. There's a lot of losses when it comes to inventory time. We have quarterly inventory. I'm not sure if you guys work in retail. That's basically just a count on the items. Because of disorganization and no protocol really, a lot of the items get misaccounted for and stuff. Because if they're not where they're supposed to be, it's so big it's impossible to find it. There's thousands of items back there. And then also sometimes there's like Snap-on tools and stuff sitting right next to expensive cell phones, expensive tablets and stuff. That doesn't really, problems don't occur too much, but some items are fragile, and I think things should be sorted by category, just in case for liability and stuff. So basically, my solution is to just organize the warehouse. Lean organization basically just means to trim down all the fat. All those extra steps I mentioned before need to be cut out. Basically, lean organization, you want to have the littlest amount of waste with the most productivity possible. You're basically just trimming down any fat. No waste, no trash sitting around. Very organized, very neat. If you want to try to get the perfect process going, that's lean organization. A part of lean organization is 5S here. I'm not going to go too far into it because I don't have enough time, but that's basically just the method that I'm going to use to organize. We're going to put labels on everything. We're going to sort everything. Things are not going to be where they're not supposed to be. They're going to be categorized by items, electronics by electronics, jewelry by jewelry, tools by tools. How it should be. I think doing this will increase the pickup time, actually decrease the pickup time, so customers aren't waiting 2 or 3 minutes for their items. If it's a tablet, you should be able to run to the back and get it 10 to 15 seconds. And it doesn't seem like much, but we're doing 25 to 30 pickups a day per employee, so this really adds up. And then also, like I said, you'll just make the customers happy. They have to wait less amount of time. I mean, they're only waiting a minute or 2, but it makes them happier. And then just to give you guys a visual, these are some before and afters. This is like a pantry that got 5S. As you see here, there's a lot of disorganization stuff. Afterwards, one of the key parts is labeling. They put all this stuff together and you can visually see. Like I said, it may not look like that big of a difference, but if you're grabbing these items, it's so much easier if you just know where they are. It really increases time. And this is even a better example with some paperwork. You can really use 5S for a lot of different stuff, but there's a big difference there. If you're trying to get one of these forms, you don't know where it's at, I think the after is so much easier. Basically, I think you guys can kind of see, but those are just some visual examples. And I think you can do some tests to actually prove that this is efficient. You could survey the employees before and after. They should see a significant difference. They'll be able to tell you that it takes less time. And if it doesn't work, it's not helping, if it's making it more complicated, they could put that on the survey. Customer surveys could be done. It should take less time, so they should notice that difference, and regular customers probably wouldn't mind filling out a survey. Most importantly, though, you could just do the times before and after. There should be a statistically significantly difference between the times before and the times after, which really make a difference in employee production, things like that. So I do think it's possible to test whether or not this would actually be efficient. And yeah, in conclusion, basically I just think organization is essential. If you have a warehouse, if it's disorganized, which ours kind of is, it's not good, especially if you're dealing the amount of customers that we do. And like I said, tests can be done. If it doesn't work, we won't implement it. We can do like a trial or something like that. You know what I mean? If it's efficient, if it's efficient. If it's not, it's not. We won't continue with it. And like I said, we're growing by the day. We have more and more customers every single day, and times of the past are kind of moving on. So I think new methods could be implemented to really help the business and stuff and employee production. But that's about all I got for you guys.